teams on their feet. Olympiacos etched the win at home in game 1.
Monaco goes home with a win.
Olympiacos can celebrate a game 3 win.
Monaco will win here on the French Riviera. Monaco forced a game 5.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Watchalong, where you get to watch the EuroLeague game of the week. I'm your host, Anthony Goods, representing Swish Cultures, and today we got a very, very special guest. He went to the EuroLeague of Education. That's right, we're talking about Princeton University, the second smartest school next to Stanford University in the United States. He then took his talents overseas and had a successful career in EuroLeague at Barcelona and Milan. Please give a nice EuroLeague welcome for my man C.J. Wallace. C.J., what's good, bro?
It's a pleasure to be here. You're right, Stanford of the East. Super excited for this game tonight. Any game 5 is exciting, and Olympiacos, I think it's going to be pretty rowdy. So I'm excited to see what we got in store tonight. Excited to talk to you and just be back in the EuroLeague thick of things.
Nah, for sure, man. It's always great to have all these EuroLeague players hop on the watch along, man. I always said, man, if I could get a talent like a watch along team, I'd be undefeated in EuroLeague forever. Like, you know what I mean? I've had a lot of good players.
I don't know if I have the talent to be on that team, but I'll be a great locker room guy.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. But let me catch everybody up. Let me catch all the fans up in case they missed some action. I see we got a lot of comments already. Everybody's excited. I'm seeing some Monaco fans, some Olympiacos fans. Everybody, let us know who y'all going for today. If y'all trying to watch this game, you can head over to EuroLeague TV. That's EuroLeague.tv. And we give 10% off because it's summertime and we love to give stuff away. 10% off your first payment on a monthly or annual pass. Promo code is Watchalong10. That's Watchalong and the number 10, but that excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain. But as promised, I'm going to catch you guys up. Last time these two teams met, Monaco edged Olympiacos 78-77 in game 4. It was obviously a decisive game, and Kostas Lukas missed the buzzer beater, which enabled Monaco to take the win and force this game 5 that we're so lucky to see today. Fun fact for everybody is home teams have won all game 5s in EuroLeague history. So if that's telling at all, we'll see. But we can pay attention to that. Also around the league, Barcelona qualified for the Final Four as expected. It's a little late by my standards, but they got there as they won in game 5 against Bayern Munich. And they won 81-72. But hats off to Bayern Munich, as it's the second year in a row that they've taken a team to a game 5, and just ended up just shy of that Final Four. But Barcelona will now face Real Madrid in the semifinals, which should definitely be interesting because they've been whooping up on Real Madrid pretty much this entire season. But back to the game at hand, as it looks like everybody's getting ready, man. It's going to be an exciting one, man. Yo, CJ, I got to put you on the spot, though, because I put everybody on the spot. I need your prediction right here, right now. Before the ball goes in the air, who you rolling with today? Who you think's going to win today? What's your guess?
Man, it's tough because, I like Monaco's team. I know Mike James's game pretty well. They got some great players. I just think it's going to be hard. I think it's hard to win. We had some games in Greece when I was playing in Barcelona. It was always tough spot to win. So I'm going Olympiacos in a close one.
Okay. Hey, I'd have to agree on that. I definitely think Olympiacos, I mean, it's tough to play in that arena, man. And they just put on runs. And that energy and, facing that elimination game. But they got a lot of pressure, though, too. You got a lot of pressure, man, in this game being at home.
I feel you. We had when I was in Barcelona, we had a 5-game series versus Panathinaikos, and game 4 we were down 2-1, and ended up beating them in front of like 30,000. It was like people hanging from the rafters and stuff.
Wow.
And I still remember, we went out to shake their hands, and it was Diamantidis and Navarro were like the two, old guard studs. And Diamantidis, to his credit, was like, we started shaking hands, and he was like, "You guys, I don't think you need to be out here. You need to go ahead and run to the tunnel." And we took off running.
Right. Well, that's one more assist by Diamantidis. You know what I'm saying? One last assist. Sure. You guys gotta.
And then to your point, we ended up getting the win at home, Game 5, and went to the Final Four that year, where we actually played Real Madrid.
Right. You guys did play Real Madrid there, so it's kind of funny. History's repeating itself, man. So it's going to be interesting, man. The winner of this game obviously is going to be faced off against Ephes, which is going to be a handful of defending champs. It's coming off an emotional game. Whoever wins this one is going to run into a dogfight. That's for sure.
That's a bunch of vets that make me feel old. I guess they keep me young. Dunstan's out there, Pleiss is out there for Ephes. Guys I played against. So there's still some, I guess, vets now that I used to play against that I can look out there and say, I still feel old, but maybe I'm not as old as I think I am.
Nah, man, we're not gonna let the legend die, man. You still young. You got them young legs. We're not gonna let the legend die, man. But let's take a quick look at these starting fives today. As always, man, I've been real big on the big man play for this particular series. I mean, I think the guard play is obviously it's always important, but I think when Mustafa Fall can kind of assert himself, I think Olympiacos looks like a completely different team because he has the ability to change shots at the rim. So I'm interested to see how Fall plays today. And I think on the other side, Monty Eunice is obviously good for some scoring and and stretching the floor. But Dante Hall is a jumping jack, and he's that lob threat that really kind of changes the game for Monaco at times. So I'm looking forward to the big man matchup here. But of course, we can't forget about the guards, man, because as you know, Mike James can heat up quick, and Dwayne Bacon's been playing amazing this whole series.
He can fill it up. I'll tell you, the two big guys I played. So my last year over there was in France, and I remember Fall was kind of super young, but he was a beast, man. And then same thing. My Donnie's first year overseas when he was like a 18-year-old Lithuanian kid was in Treviso with me. I was kind of his. I don't know if mentor is the right word. I probably taught him more wrong things than right. But we were the two fours in Treviso, and you could tell that dude was going to be super, super talented. He was like a 7'1" dude, just throwing like behind the back passes, and he can score in a lot of ways. So I think that's a great matchup. I think it's a lot of like skill versus kind of like brute jumping, dunking, blocking force. So it should be an interesting matchup. And that's that's what Game 5s. That's the great thing about Game 5s is sometimes, obviously 2 times one matchup is won and 2 times the other matchup is won. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Right. Yeah, it'll be exciting, man. And we already got some comments in here. Mark Spiegel says someone needs to bring CJ back. He can shoot the 3. And we got some other Monaco comments and some other comments as well for Olympiacos, man. So you got some love. You got some love for your man, Mark.
If someone wants to pay me some money to sit in the corner and just shoot threes, I don't think I still got some eligibility left, I think. So you guys just contact. I think my agent still has me listed somewhere, so just let him know.
Hey, make that a 2-for-1 deal. I'll come over there. I'll get in the other corner and shoot threes, use my 5 fouls. I got all of that. Of that.
I'm with you.
No, that's a fact, man. And it looks like they're getting ready to tip off here, man. I got a feeling Mike James is I think he's gonna score a lot of points tonight. I can't I can't see him not being aggressive tonight. I think this is going to be a
Yeah,
very aggressive night for him.
I think I agree with you, man. I think like the big time scorers, you know, it's not one of those situations where he's going to wait for it to come to him. I think he's going to push it, and you know, for better or worse, you know, if he starts making those early jumpers, it could be a long night for Olympiacos. But I mean, that's what, you know, I think Monaco's probably paying him enough money that this is what they pay him for, is this game 5 to get to the Final Four.
Right. And as a scorer like that, man, I just feel like you'd rather go down swinging, you know, as a competitor. You know what I mean? You'd rather go down swinging saying, like, okay, I tried to do, you know, my best, as opposed to I didn't do enough. So that's why I think he's going to be pretty aggressive tonight, as Papa Nicolau drew the foul and shooting his free throws. And looks like Kevin Durant's back in the building. But yeah, as always, we got a player head-to-head. Today's player head-to-head matchup is Kostas Papa Nicolau versus Dwayne Bacon. Papa Nicolau's averaging 8.5 points, 4 rebounds with a 7.8 PIR in the playoffs. Dwayne Bacon, as we said earlier, playing extremely well, averaging 15.8 points, 3 rebounds for 11.8 PIR. This is Bacon's first rookie season in EuroLeague, so but he's taking it like a vet. And as Mike James is short on that three-pointer there, but we'll see how these two players impact this game. But what's your first memory when you see that Peace and Friendship Stadium?
Man, I don't think we ever won there. You know, Milan, Barcelona, we were both, you know, Barcelona and Milan both. We were probably my 2 years of Barcelona. We probably lost 5 or 6 games total out of 45. And I think one of those was to Olympiacos. And Olympiacos, my first year with Barcelona, I think we had the best team in Europe, and we lost to Olympiacos with Spanoulis and Prentices and all those guys in the first game of the Final Four. And you know, we had, I think, Lorbeck and Navarro both like woke up sick. I wouldn't put it past some of these Greek fans of trying to, you know, put something in our drinks while we were, you know, at a team meal or something. But it was always fun. I mean, I love stadiums like this. You know, when these guys get rocking, I mean, that's where you want to be. If you're a competitor and a player, you know, you want fans, you know, yelling at you, hating you. You know, that's what makes it fun. So that's what I think of, is great games with a ton of energy.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I think you know, Olympiacos has only lost 2 games, you know, this whole year in that arena, and you got to believe a large part of that is because of, you know, the fans and the energy that they give this team. So, you know, it's definitely an advantage for them. But for everybody back home, we got a score of 6-5. We're still fairly early in this first quarter, 7.5 minutes, and it's a lot of energy here.
I'll say if Donnie can make that shot he just missed, you know, that is going to make it tough, because then, you know, their big boy is going to have to come out and guard out there and can't really protect the rim. And leave rebounds like that. He's got to make that. But if he makes a couple threes, I think that'll, especially early, you'll see this game change a little bit.
Nah, that's for sure. As it looks like Westerman picks up his second foul on the switch with Vizenkov. But I think it's interesting here. So they got Tyler Dorsey guarding Mike James right now. At least they did that last possession. I think he's been doing it the whole game. Whereas before they had walk-up on him earlier in the series. So I wonder how that adjustment by Barzokas is gonna play out. You know, maybe he wants walk up a little more fresh towards the end of the game, and not to pick up any fouls. Because Mike James been living at the free throw line.
I mean, I think you're making it a positive situation for Walker would probably appreciate the way you phrase that. Usually when the defensive change happens on the leading scorer of the other team, is because you're not getting the job done. But the better way to put it is they're keeping fresh at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, no, I mean nobody's going to guard, Mike James one-on-one, and it looks like they are back to that matchup. So that must have just been a switch. But, you got to get it done by committee, and that's what Olympiacos does. And, I think Walkup is their best perimeter defender, so it does make sense that he'd be guarding Mike James.
Yeah, if he gets hot, it's really, really tough to guard that dude. And like you said, you gotta hover and make sure you can't shoot threes, and then count on your bigs and everybody else kind of helping off.
Oh, that's a fact. And so we just got a comment from Michael Hill who says Olympiacos needs a big game from Tyler Dorsey, and I think that's a great point because Tyler has yet to get hot, to get going in this series. He's played solid as Monty Eunice hits a three-pointer, which could be a bad sign for Olympiacos. But I think Tyler Dorsey, I've been waiting for him to have like a big, big game in this series. So hopefully it'll be tonight for their sake.
Yeah, you look in Olympia. That's good. The good thing and the bad thing is Olympiacos. But I think they count on Papa Nicolau, and he's been the guy for as long as I remember. I mean, he was there when I was there. Kind of filling it up. But they have more of a balanced attack, which is a good thing. Because you don't necessarily if Mike James has a bad game for Monaco, it's going to be tough to win. Whereas for Olympiacos, some of their guys could have bad games, but if 3 or 4, step up, it is what it is. But you're right. Someone's going to have to jump out tonight for Olympiacos.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure. Man, they missing all these close layups here. But I was impressed with that pass by Mike James just a possession ago. I don't know how he got that thing in there to Will Thomas, but yeah, we actually got after game 4, Mike James tweeted. He had a nice tweet on the series. He said, "I can't lie, I haven't tweeted about the series, and I won't again until after. But I will say it's only right this series goes to game 5. 2 good teams fighting it out, and you can tell, man, it's been a dog fight for both of these teams.
He's got a future in politics. I can tell you that's probably not what he wanted to say at all. But he's got a nice little future in politics.
Probably not. Mike is as competitive as they come, man. So
sure.
Him playing center field on that is probably a little bit political, but we have a timeout here. We got a score of 8-6. It is it's a tight one, man. And we got a comment from looks like a former teammate. Brad Olison said Judson Wallace was a man on and off the court in Barcelona. What a legend! What a legend!
Brad's up there in Alaska just counting his money, man. The guy. That guy's one of. You want to talk about? I'll say as far as good perimeter defenders go, Brad Olson in the last 20, 25 years of EuroLeague is at the top of that list. We used to just stick him on J.C. Carroll or whoever was the best guard on the other team, and he, we could count that Brad was going to lock him down. And then, he was pretty good off the court too. He probably, doesn't want me talking about that, but.
Nah, man, it's all good. I love legends on and off the court, man. That's the best way to be. You got to enjoy your time over there. But shout out to Brad, man. We got to get Brad on the Watchalong one day, man. Definitely go.
Absolutely. I don't know. They might not. We got to respond to Brad and ask him if they have internet up in Alaska
yet. I'm sure he's listening, but looks like
if anybody has
back and play.
Yeah, if anybody has it, it's him.
Nah, for sure. So we're under 5 minutes in this first quarter. As Mike James remains cold from the outside. He's aggressive though.
Yeah,
that's about his third 3-pointer so far. It's been funny because in the games that they've won, he's gotten to the line a lot. Like I'm talking about, I think one of the games he got to the line 10 times in the first quarter. I'm surprised to see him shooting so many jumpers so early on.
And I think Olympiacos has to punish. You know, Donnie's an incredible offensive player. On defense, I mean, they need to put him in that pick and roll with Paul kind of going to the basket as often as they can and punish him on the defensive end.
Right.
Which they haven't really been doing.
Yeah. No, you gotta keep him moving. But yeah, I think Olympiacos, man, sometimes they just struggle to score for me, man. I don't know if they don't score with the same pace that Monaco does. You know what I mean? They obviously have success when they're getting stops, but you know, in the half court, sometimes I feel like they struggle to score, which could be a problem.
I've seen them miss 6 or 7 bunnies already, which is, you know, it could be nerves, it could be, you know, game 5 at home.
Right.
That first 6 or 7 minutes, I mean, you can start thinking about things, but hopefully, you know, everybody settles down and starts. You know, you got to make a 5-foot pull up or a layup in transition if you want to win this game and go to the Final Four.
For sure, man. Do you think so? In the game 5s that you've been in your career, do you think that what's different about the mentality of that game, or did you always treat it pretty much the same as the games prior?
I mean, you know, you want to say you treat it like every other game. You know, the ones I remember in kind of particular would be we had 2 Spanish League finals that were game 5s against Madrid, one that we won, one that we lost. I mean, both of them were, you know, that every possession, literally every possession counts, you know, on an epic scale, because that's you're either winning the championship or you're, you know, just another name on like a runner-up line. For the EuroLeague, you know, that game 5, the game 5 we played it against Panathinaikos, I actually tore a tendon in my elbow like halfway through the game and couldn't play in the second half, so I didn't even have to worry about the nerves there late. I'm trying to think who else. You know, those other years, we lost to Maccabi in 4 when I was with Milan. Who ended up winning the championship, and I felt like, you know, us losing home court there was tough. I mean, that's why they play the regular season, is to get this home court. Like, you know, Olympiacos at home. I mean, that stat that you said at the beginning was crazy. You know, no one has ever won a game 5 on the road, and I don't know how many that is, whether it's, you know, 8-0 or 28-0, but I mean
14-0.
Regardless, that's a pretty powerful stat.
Right. Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, you know, like that. That's good stuff right there. Papa Nicolaus has been doing that for a long time.
Him and Bacon been getting chippy, man, the whole series. So I'm not surprised. Not surprised this game has started that way at all, with those two going at it. But you know, Papa Nicolaus, he's already drawn a few fouls.
I know. I'm surprised. To be honest with you, I'm surprised. You know, I'm surprised that they haven't. Olympiacos has been kind of struggling to score here. I'm surprised they haven't really tried to post Papa Nicolaou. You know, I think that was his game back in the day, and I feel like, you know, most of these guys, as you get older, you know, you want to be down there in that post where you can put that body on them and not have to make moves and move around.
Put that grown man weight on him down low, but it's interesting. We'll see what they end up doing, man. I think they definitely gotta find a way. I mean, I think they're getting good looks. Like you said, they missed some bunnies. The good thing is, like, you know, they found Sasha Vezenkov a couple times on some cuts. They found Papa Nicolaou on some cuts. So I just rather see them score off of just action, like pick and roll action, or just something other than a cut right now. But let's check in. We got a Monty Eunice graphic to check in on his stats, as he's already gotten off to a good start with 3 rebounds and 5 points early on, and hitting 1 of 2 3-pointers, which is it's a good indicator for Monaco. So
yeah,
see how he continues to play.
No,
Ooh, was that a foul?
he kind of got bailed out there because he slipped, and then I think Mike James kind of reached in, and that's probably a tough call if I'm Mike James.
It's home cooking, baby. It's home cooking in Athens. You know what I mean?
That's why Game 5 in Athens is Game 5 in Athens. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Right.
I recognize a couple of these refs. They got a good squad out there, but it's hard. I mean, you look at that stadium. You got a bunch of, I don't know what, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12,000 screaming Greeks that know how to cheer.
So back in your days, where would you rank Athens as far as like the craziest, the hardest atmospheres to play in?
It's like it's up there, man. I think Partizan, I think Belgrade, like any place in Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether that was Red Star or Partizan, right. It was number one for me. I mean, there was like, the times we played there was fires going on in like the stands and stuff,
mm-hmm.
and like people,
mm-hmm.
Waving flares around, and that. But I thought it was awesome. I love.
Right.
You walk into the stadium in Serbia, and it's like no guns, no cigarettes, and no like bomb, like no dynamite or something like that. And you're like, man, if this is the only three things that they're worried about, like this is an intense place. So that's not. I'd say that's one, and then I think Greece is number two, man. I would put, and I would not differentiate. I don't think Panathinaikos or Olympiacos is materially ahead of the other one. Both those teams,
right,
were right there neck and neck for me.
Right. Yeah, I could tell both of those teams have great atmospheres, man, and and I'm kind of excited that this is Game 5. It's in Athens. No disrespect to the Monaco crowd, but it is not the Athens crowd at all. And I think it's also really cool that good block, man. Papa Nicolau ran that down.
I think he might have let him know about it too.
He did. I think it's really cool that Kevin Durant is in the building too, and he's get to experience this Athens atmosphere, because it's definitely different than than anything stateside. But here Papa Nicolau's 4 for 4 from the line, got 6 points right now on the block. He definitely came to play. And he wanted that block right there. He wanted that one.
Ooh, good one.
He wanted that one. Paris Lee with the steal, man. He's been playing great defensively. Really good defender. Man, they took the foul. There they go. They chipping away. 5 seconds left. Olympiacos 11, Monaco 13. Look at these guys, man.
I hope they show that, because he had something to say here afterwards.
Right. Yo, I love it, man. I love the competition. He stood over him. I love the competition, man.
That dude, Coach has been doing that for a long, long time.
Yeah,
how old is Papa Nicolau?
Oh, let's check that out.
Good one. Ooh.
He's born he's 30. He's 31. He'll be 32 this summer.
He's still a young man.
It's crazy. Some of these guys seem so much older because they start so young with these teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was in Olympiacos as like an 18 or a 19. I mean, he was back there way back in the day.
Right.
I think he won. Oh, he went. They might. He was on that team that won the EuroLeague in what, 12, maybe 11.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been on that team since he's 18.
Yeah, he's been on there for a minute. We got a question on the in the comments from Nereus Urbanus. Says, who's the best coach in the league right now? That's a tough question there. I mean, there's so many good coaches. My personal favorite is SARS. I think
you stole mine. I was gonna, I can't. I'm pretty good.
You're a little biased though. You got a biased opinion. You know what I mean? You got a biased
Yeah.
opinion. No teammates. Nah, I'm playing, but Cyrus is. I really like what he does.
Shar's
I
great.
wasn't playing with him.
It's similar to Shar's was one of those guys, and I love the dude, and we're great friends. He was one of those guys that's able to, maintain a friendship and maintain kind of like a rapport with you, and also put pressure on you as like a leader. So if you remember his playing days, I used to always get kind of mad with him when he was throwing his hands up in there, like he would throw the ball over your head out of bounds and be like, what are you doing? But as a coach, I think he because that's the line that you have to walk of having a guy want to play for you and believe in you and want to give your all, but also putting that pressure on him where he has to perform. So I think the Barcelona guys now, they're having a great time. You look at them, before the game and after the game, that team is really cohesive and together. But when they're out there, they're doing things the right way because Charles, whether it's in practice or those huddles, he's getting the most out of them. So I think, that was what he was born to do as the point guard for so many years. You could just tell that he was going to be a leader and be a great coach. And that's how it's turned out, So, I would go with Charis. There's other guys. I mean, Djordjevic is kind of the same way. You look at a lot of these guys that were great point guards in the EuroLeague back in the day, or even Lasso. Some of these other guys that
right.
Led their teams for a long time and got the most out of players for a long time, and that translates well to kind of getting the most out of a team when you're the coach. So, without being redundant, I'm going to go with Charis because I think he'd probably send me a strongly worded message if he heard this and I didn't pick him. So we'll go with him.
For sure. I'd have to roll with him too, but yeah, this is the last series to conclude all the matchups. So let's have a look at the playoff tree and see how it's taking shape. As we mentioned earlier, the winner of this game will go on to face Efes in the Final Four. Madrid was the first team to make it to the Final Four. They swept the series. Efes took the fourth game of the series to secure a spot against Milan, and then Barcelona just beat Bayern Munich. So, just one win away, man. One win away for one of these two teams as Monaco has the lead here, 16-11, with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. And
I'll give a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to the best assistant coach. I'm gonna go with Gianmarco Pizzecco from Milan, who's another point guard who I got to play with, and that was kind of probably my first year. He helped me become kind of a next level player when I played with him in Sicily in a team called Capo d'Orlando. And he was a 36-year-old, played no defense, but if you wanted to get an open shot, he was one of the best in the business that I ever played with as far as getting, you used to run just this, tap the head. We'd have big Rolando Howell from South Carolina go up there and set him a screen and roll. And I either Ro got a dunk or I got a wide open three-pointer. He used to tell a story that I didn't even have to do. I could smoke a cigarette out there and I'd get the ball, put it out on the ground, with my foot and then be able to shoot.
Easy money, huh?
Exactly. So he helped me. He helped me. I signed with Treviso the next year. And I probably, should send Gianmarco some money for helping me kind of get to that next level.
No, for sure. We all got teammates that we owe a little love to, man. But it's all good, man. And for those of y'all just joining us here, we're here in the second quarter, and Monaco is taking the lead, and they're taking control of this game. We got a score of 11-18. Shaq McKissick is at the free throw line now with 8 minutes and 36 seconds. If you guys want to watch this game, you can head over to EuroLeague.tv. We got a promo code Watchalong10 that'll get you 10% off the first payment on a monthly or annual pass, but that excludes those of you in Italy and Spain. Please comment. Let us know what you guys are seeing. If you guys got questions for myself or CJ, feel free to drop them in there, and I'll try to get to them as we can. And we got a score of 13 to 18 now after those free throws, and we got a replay of that Papa Nicolao's block.
Monaco's offense rather stagnant, and they don't have any activity. When they were snaring their offensive rebounds, it was because of plays like that. Getting active. Look at the speed from Dwayne Bacon, slapped away against the backboard from Kostas Papanikolaou.
Yeah, no, that was a nice play, but Paris Lee just got an and one, man. Monaco's showing why they were the highest scoring team in the league, man, and Mr. Mike James hasn't even got it going yet. Which, Olympiacos needs to figure this out kind of quick.
Yeah, they can't. They can't let it get away from you. The crowd can't do much if you're down 15.
Yeah.
So they got to find somebody. There you go. That's a good way to get it back right there.
There you go. So at what point do you think the home court advantage becomes a disadvantage, when you're down in a game like this? You think around third quarter, fourth quarter?
I wouldn't put a time on it, in situations like this. And that's kind of the good and the bad things about crowds in Europe. They'll whistle at you if they don't think you're playing. When you start hearing those whistles, that's when all that does is kind of, I don't know how many times I've seen a crowd that's whistling have a team come back in that situation and they go from whistling back to cheering. You know what I mean? And some whistle quicker than others. Usually the crazier the fans, the quicker they start whistling. So, I don't know if Olympiacos gets down, 13, 14, 15, and it's third quarter, that's still a game. But, once those fans start whistling and the players hear that, I think it can be tough.
Right. Nah, for sure, man. It's definitely tough, man. And Paris Lee, man, he has been on fire for Monaco right now. He's got 9 points, hasn't missed a shot from the floor, and he has that steal from earlier. It looks like he just caused another steal on the defensive end now. And that's as Barzoka's seen enough. He gets a timeout. Got a score of 16 to 24. Looks like fans of Athens getting a little nervous right now. And
that's a good call.
Yeah, getting it done on both ends.
My TV's on mute, so if they start whistling, you got to let me know.
I can't hear it either. Mine's on mute too, man. So
yeah, that's on the fans. Say fans. If the fans hear the whistling, you gotta let me and Ant know.
Yeah, you gotta let us know in the comments, man. Y'all hear the whistling? Let us know in the comments. But yeah, we got So I got a question from Nereus Urbanus. He says, "What is your favorite city to play in? Crowd, atmosphere, food, weather, everything in general."
Ah, man, that's a great one. I mean, shit. Sorry, but Athens is one of them.
We're good. Athens. You said where?
Athens. I thought Athens is just a gorgeous city. A lot of times, it's in the wintertime, coming from, Barcelona's great, but Milan or something, teams coming from, whether it's Poland or wherever it is, it's usually cold. You usually land in Athens and it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which someone do that translation for me for Celsius. The women are beautiful. I'm a big feta cheese fan. The salads are great. The food's good. There's always like a nice restaurant or something going on that's pretty fun if you get a win.
Right.
And then you get to play two great teams in great atmospheres. So that was the one thing. That was the one thing that was great about Barcelona and even Milan. My year with Milan, we were good. So it's always great to be on a good team because when you travel, crowds show up. They want to have their team win. They want to talk trash to you. So that was fun for Milan to kind of experience that with us. And then Barcelona has always been that way. You know, every time a Barcelona shows up
Right.
in your city, if you're a fan, you're coming to that game and you want to, you know, see Navarro or see Marcelinho Huertas or whoever it is. And yeah, I thought, you know, Istanbul's awesome. It's a great spot to be. Fans are also crazy there. There's like, you know, some great shopping at the bazaar, some pretty good food, good nightlife. So, you know, that the great thing about the EuroLeague is wherever you go, it's usually a pretty fun city.
Right.
They do a pretty good job. I mean, look at this teams. You're either going to Monaco or, you know,
Right.
or Athens.
Yeah, can't beat that. Can't beat that at all. And Dante Hall with the emphatic dunk and one. As Mike James found Dante Hall under the basket. We got to score 19-26. Yeah, it's been good to see Shaq McKissick getting downhill and making a jump shot, making that three-pointer on the other end, man. He didn't play much a couple games ago due to foul trouble. So I think he's one of those players, man. When he gets downhill, I mean, he's so strong and athletic.
Yeah.
You know, he can put a lot of pressure on the defense. They definitely need him to start getting some paint touches. But Pat79 says, best enemy player you faced in EuroLeague.
I mean, probably Spanoulis. You know, he denied me from getting a EuroLeague title that first year.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, both the years I was with Barcelona, I think Olympiacos won both years, and Spanoulis was great both those years.
Okay.
So, you know, I'll keep it Olympiacos and say Spanoulis was a beast when we played him.
Okay.
And then Princess. Well, I guarded Princess. He was really tough as far as like me going up against somebody. I mean, now he plays for my squad, but me and Mirotic didn't like each other very much back in the day when he played for Madrid. Yeah. But we've since become, you know, closer.
Right. No, that's funny, man. And everybody back home, as I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for this game, I see some people looking for the link. You can head over to EuroLeague.tv. We got a score of 22-30 right now. Both teams look like they're starting to score the ball a lot better as Shaq McKissick hit 2 3-pointers in the last couple minutes, and Paris Lee continues to be hot. And yes, Paris Lee is or Shaq McKissick has 8 points, and he hasn't missed either. But Paris Lee's doing well. And Mike James made his first appearance at the free throw line.
Yeah, I would say that's going to be his last either. But that's part of the deal. Is I think those guys, you know, Shaq and some of those other guards on Olympiacos have to, you know, continue to kind of put pressure on Mike James and Paris, and that makes it harder. Like if they're, you know, making them work at the defensive end, you know, it's harder for them to get their legs under them for some of those threes and get to the rim. And it'll just only continue, you know, as we get kind of later in the game. Yeah. There you go.
No, for sure.
Is that his third one? Was that the same?
No, that was Tyler Dorsey. Tyler Dorsey knocked down that tray ball. That's his first three of the game, 25-32. Man, both teams are shooting the ball well right now, man. It's that's a good pass. I mean, Mike James is such a good passer off that pick and roll, man. I mean, he's finding everybody. You know,
he can do it all.
Yeah, and like on the pick and roll, Dante Hall is such a lob threat that you have to kind of squeeze in.
You got to get in there and bump. But I would say for on that one, you know, he was too far in. You know, that one you just got to read it. I mean, that was always that's kind of the play that everybody runs in EuroLeague is that high. You know, if you got a good point guard, that high pick and roll. You know, some coaches like to bump it early at the free throw line. Some coaches will say, hey, have that bottom guy all the way in, and the first pass is kind of that guy at the top kind of chooses who goes. You know, somebody made a mistake there because you can't get that open in the corner if you're a good shooter.
Yeah, nah. You definitely don't want to let them that open, but they down
No one.
10, man, and there he goes. Shaq McKissick is hooping. He's getting downhill. I'm telling you, when he get downhill, man, he's a load, man. He's strong. He's athletic. He's feeling good right now, man. Shaq McKissick's turned up.
This is how you get you get your name in the lights right here. And all these nice
get that pay raise.
Greek
Get that pay raise.
All these Greek restaurants let you in for free when you start bringing them back like this, and people start going crazy. So he knows what he's doing. He needs to make little free throw violation.
What they call it? Free throw violation. Wow.
I think the dude outside the 3-point line came in too quick. I know that ref was my guy. He loves little calls like that, but you can't do it.
Yeah, that's it's a
rule.
broken rule. Shaq
McKissick
McKissick got 11 points in this quarter. Yeah, we definitely need a stop, man. Olympiacos get a stop in the bucket. I think this arena is going to erupt as Mike James looks like he's going back to the free throw line. That's that's just the beauty of having a true scorer. Like, Mike is going to find ways to get to the line, even if he's not making field goals. And that's just what he's done this entire series. It's just drawing foul after foul after foul. And, to have that skill and that craftiness is what makes him such a great scorer.
I would love to know. So you got all these vets on Monaco that, So I played my first year overseas. I was in a team called Bremerhaven in Germany, and we played Cologne. We played Cologne in the first round of the playoffs, coached by Mr. Sasha Djordjevic.
Okay.
And I remember those guys were saying that Djordjevic, they would have day after a game playing full court 1-on-1 for 2 hours. Just outrageous running around, like classic kind of ex-Yugoslavian craziness from a coach. So I would love to know, and I don't know the answer to this, whether Djordjevic has changed his tune or with this team or whatever it is. But those ex-Yugoslavian coaches can be tough. Another great
for sure. Shaq's getting downhill, man. He's got 13 points in this quarter alone, and we just passed the halfway mark. But they need every one of those buckets, and that's a big bucket by Will Thomas. It seems like Monaco is just responding to every run that Olympiacos makes, man. Monaco's been able to respond. It's been tough for them, man. There we go. Almost had it. We got to score 30 to 39.
Is that Princess out there?
Yeah, that's Princesses out there. But as everybody remembers from last week, Monaco had a very special guest in Kevin Durant, watching courtside. And looks like he's in the building again today. It's always good to get some support from other players and other leagues. As Shaq McKissick just got another and one. He's having a quarter of his life. Shaq McKissick's having a quarter of his life right now. Man, I'm telling you, when he get downhill, it's over. You got to keep Shaq like one speed in front of you. Let him shoot the jump shot. When he starts to get that angle, man, his shoulder's too wide. And, he can jump through the roof, so it's over. Yeah, it's a problem, man. But even with that amazing quarter, still, they're struggling. They're struggling to slow Monaco down.
28 points in a quarter in a EuroLeague game is too much. That's
way too much.
You really don't. I don't know how many times in my career our teams gave up 28 points in a quarter. Much less in a game 5. So they need to
pony
up and
at home
find
too.
something. Yeah, at home you can't let that happen. So whether it's someone getting a hard foul in there or making a statement or something. Things are too comfortable right now for Monaco.
Nah, for sure, man. And like this is what happened in game 2 when Olympiacos lost. Monaco had 10 points in the first quarter, and then they ended the game with 94 or something like that. And Olympiacos just couldn't stop them from scoring.
Monaco's explosive, man, but that's still too many.
Yeah, it's way too many. So yeah, they're definitely going to have to make some adjustments.
How about Durant rocking the Oakland A's? Is he doing a little Golden State throwback right there? Like
a little trolling, a little tampering.
I don't know.
A little reverse tampering. I don't know.
He's either making a statement or giving some love to his old team. Who knows?
Maybe he had a green shirt on. Maybe he had a green shirt. Maybe he had a green and yellow shirt. Yeah, he's just matching. It's just a fashion statement. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Just a fashion statement. But
okay. And one.
There we go. Olympiacos, another and one. We got a game, ladies and gentlemen. 35-41 with 3 minutes left.
I've seen Mike James. Mike James he's got to shoot. I mean, I've seen him shoot the ball with 4 people on him. He was open right there. He needs to shoot that.
Yeah,
or pull up or go to the rim, get something.
And that's Leo Westerman's, I think, his 3rd foul. So we'll see how that plays and into it. So I see somebody asking for Final Four predictions. 3 of the 4 teams are already in there, so I can't miss that up. And we said at the beginning of the show we think Olympiacos is headed over after this game. So they still got some work to do, obviously, but
I'll go. See what happens. If they want my prediction, I'll go FS Barcelona in the final.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna, I'm gonna go with FC Barcelona to get it done.
Yeah. That's exactly how I see it. I think
great minds think alike.
It's gonna be Barca's revenge year. Yeah, that's right. It's that higher education. But I think Barcelona is. I think Barcelona's going to have their revenge year. I've been saying it all year. I think they're definitely going to get back on top. They got that sour taste from last year. So we'll see, man. As Mike James gets back to the free throw line after that floater, 36-41. Oh, he actually missed one. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. Nah, he doesn't. He definitely does not miss a lot of those. So gotta count your blessings.
I'll be honest. I should know this. Where is the Final Four this year?
Belgrade.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice atmosphere. It's first time in 3 years they've had fans at the Final Four. So it'll be interesting, man. And I think this is Monaco's first year in EuroLeague. So if they're able to make it to a Final Four, man, that'll be huge for that club. I can only imagine.
Money talk.
Obviously, Olympiacos. Oh, for sure, it definitely does. Man, Otar he hasn't missed from 3. Did he? Look, man, I remember that kid from years ago in France, and he ain't never shot the ball like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you. 38-45. We under 2 minutes here in this first half. Tyler Dorsey looked like he's feeling it a little bit. Got the ISO on Will Thomas. And Shaq is off. And
Will Thomas
Monaco's ball coming down. Oh yeah,
he was there when he was playing when I was playing in Valencia and a bunch of places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Will's been he's been around the block a few times, man. He's still effective too, man. He's been good on the defensive side. He had a good game a couple games ago. He's been doing well for them. This is where you need those vets, though.
That's a great pass.
Tar is not missing, boy. This is crazy. 10-point lead. 38-48. 10-point lead with a minute left. Man, this is I know these fans of Athens are surprised. And I think with both teams, going on that scoring run, man, I think it was a little more out of body for Olympiacos than it was Monaco. As Monaco's used to having these big scoring quarters, whereas it's a little more of a red flag for Olympiacos.
Yeah, it's great,
saving the ball.
Great offensive rebound right there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you got to get this last bucket. Don't want Mike to hit this one. All right, cool. You missed everything. All right, 18 seconds left. 38-48. What you drawing up, Coach CJ? What you drawing up right here?
Give me Slukas in a high pick and roll. Go in the basket. You know what I mean? Give me. Wait till about 8 or 9 seconds left. Give me Fall or whoever you want. Run it up, send a high pick and roll. Slukas has been doing it a long time too. Let him give me 2 shooters, maybe Shaq and that the other dude that's been knocking him down in the corners, and roll hard and see what happens. You need a bucket. Get a foul or a bucket.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. It's funny, man, because I think that at least how I've been seeing it, Barzokas has been saving Slukas for the second half. He's been using him a lot more in pick and rolls and putting the ball in his hands in the second half. And, Walker's been kind of, handling the point a lot more in the first half. But for sure, you definitely want, Slukas to terminate. I feel like he's in that list of guys that just lives for these end of quarter, end of game moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
He wants those big plays.
So we'll see what he gets. And it could be maybe somebody else. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe put Mike James in. Mike James, as great as he is, he doesn't really like to defend.
Right.
So maybe put whoever's, give me 2 guys out there, whoever James Garden, put him in the pick and roll.
Right. Yeah, see if you can get a switch or something.
Yep.
But let's see what they got. Let's see what they got going. Yeah, because they got 18 seconds. I might even put Shaq in the pick and roll, let him get downhill. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, with Slukas.
That's big
good
time.
Pass. That's a big time play. Good pass and good shot by Thomas Walkup as he hits a 3. 41-48. We got 4.3 seconds left in this first half.
That's why CJ's not a coach, is because the guy that I said to dribble the ball wasn't even in the game. You know what I mean? So it shows you what I know.
What was funny is he was sitting on the bench in the timeout. I seen him down there, but somebody must have told Barzokas, like, CJ gave your secret out. So they took him out, man, and drew something else up.
I think
made an
that's
audible.
what we'll go with. Yeah. It was smart. It was great audible. Peyton Manning asked.
Nah, for sure, man.
I got to get a stop.
Man, 4 seconds left, man. It's definitely not over. It's definitely not over, man. That's enough to get a decent shot off. So I'm seeing some Monaco fans in here.
I watched a little bit of that Barcelona Bayern game 5, and Bayern was up 6 or 7 and a half also. So, this is the same kind of story. It's, things start to get a little tighter. Whether it's your hamstring or anything else in the second half, if things start to tighten up, and that's especially when you're on the road. We'll see what happens in the second half if they can keep it close.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see what they can do, man. But we got 4.3 seconds, 41-48. Monaco got to get a quick deny. You'd have liked it. And Mike James at the half, no good. We got a score. Monaco is up 48-41. And that is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. I think everybody will probably agree Paris Lee was the highlight or the top scorer for Monaco of that half. He might have been the MVP in my eyes, but Shaq McKissick has definitely been playing well on the other side. So, these guys are going into the locker room at halftime. We got some EuroLeague entertainment lined up for you guys, and we'll see you guys in a minute.
It's our time to go claim what we've been chasing and win a championship.
You're working for times like this.
This really is fairy tale stuff.
Anadolu Efes Istanbul fulfilled their championship destiny.
They did a camp with Real Madrid, and
really?
they love
Interesting,
it.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
My brother.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought I would see you here, man.
The Strazel inside, Antetokounmpo with the throwdown. Two of the youngsters, two of the future prospects for Asvel, showing that the future is now.
Tony Parker is like the role model for me. I remember one thing that he said, when you're telling to somebody what's your dream, if he doesn't answer that you're crazy, it's maybe you don't dream big enough.
Once I decided to buy a team, I wanted to help the youth. I just wanted to give back to my country, give back to the young generation, and create an opportunity for those kids to have a platform just to succeed. And they're ready to attack life and just be happy. That's the main thing that I wanted to accomplish.
You have everything here. You have 3 nice gyms. You can come whenever you want. You can practice. So I feel like it's really an academy made for just to pursue your goals and everything. So there's everything you need, really.
Petrusov wants to go one-on-one against Tavares. He goes up and he gets the and one.
I just think if you're a young guy, you just find a place where you will play professional. Well, shouldn't just find a place and a team that will let you play like a lot of minutes and let you show what you can do. Well, then you'll be, whenever the time is, you'll be ready, to get to the next level.
Billy in the academy.
How is everything?
Good, man.
Good, eh?
Good. I was just talking about my kids.
Turning back time reveals a heritage rich in trophies. A club accustomed to European success. While for their opponents AS Monaco, there's no time like the present.
Oh, what a dream start for Mike James. Dante Hall is having the time of his life.
Debutants in the EuroLeague, AS Monaco have timed their rapid rise to perfection.
It's pretty much unheard of. It's great that they had a vision and that they followed it and that it's just been blossoming throughout the years. So they still have ambition to keep going higher, wanting to compete and try to win something.
I would like to win the EuroLeague. I know it's a hell of a road. It's really tough to achieve. Sometimes you need luck. I think every player should have this goal to win the EuroLeague, to be named with the best, to compete in that stage.
We got guys and threats all around the team. Any position, I feel like we got the threats there. It's just once we all come together and that actual motive get together, I feel like we're gonna be pretty hard to stop.
The first team from the French League to reach the playoffs, AS Monaco are making history. But 4 years on from their last postseason appearance, two-time champions Olympiacos Piraeus are out to thwart Monaco's ambitions.
Look at the slick passing by the Reds. Count it! Pretty basketball by Olympiacos.
Pump fake, beats the shot clock buzzer, and at the net, Costas Lucas connecting.
I
think we are in the same page. I think we are in the right direction. Players are hard workers. They play together. It's very important. We have good chemistry inside the locker room. And I am very positive about the team, but you just need to focus on the next game.
Play very good each other. We don't have any personal ego, each one of us individually. We play good defense, we play all together, and until now we succeed on that.
As a team, we have to go as high as possible, game by game, practice by practice, and we have to become better. We have to put small goals and achieve like everyday goals, so at the end you achieve your main goal.
One club with an illustrious history, the other writing its own. In the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, every game matters, now more than ever.
That was a nice feature there on both teams, but man, I've been sitting here trying to figure out like who does this Final Four mean more to? You know, Olympiacos as a club, like Olympiacos or Monaco. You know, it's Monaco's first time. Olympiacos hasn't been there since 2018. You know, and obviously, if Monaco loses today, they still had a great season, and you know, you can't ask much more for your first season, but I think Olympiacos, I don't know that Olympiacos really expected to be in the Final Four at the beginning of this season. You know, they were pretty much an underdog for most of it, and they just went on a crazy run. But yeah, I don't know who this series means more to, but yeah, man, I think I want to see Olympiacos in there for sure, though.
I think it's a good question. I don't know if Monaco knows how hard it is to get to a Final Four, especially if it's your first season in the EuroLeague. You know, you're playing for a berth to the Final Four. It's almost too easy. And Olympiacos knows how hard it is. You know, they have all the tradition. They haven't been there for 4 or 5 years. You know, at the beginning of the year, they're supposed to be there. You think like, hey, Olympiacos is going to at least be in that conversation. So I think maybe those guys realize, you know, they probably have more of a realization of how hard it is, which maybe the second half play a little hungrier. But by the same token, maybe Monaco is a little more loose and you know, shooting the ball better because they don't even realize how beginner's luck almost. Right. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's luck, but you never appreciate how hard it is to get to a Final Four, to a championship game until you end up missing you know, the playoffs or the quarterfinals or whatever it is.
Right. So when you went to your first Final Four, what do you remember about like your first moments? And I'm not talking about on the court. I'm just talking about just being in the city, the hotel, the atmosphere. What do you remember about it?
Our first Final Four was in Istanbul. It was us, CSKA, Panathinaikos, and Olympiacos. So both of the Greek teams were in there. I'm a sucker for all, you know, when they treat you good and interviews and all that stuff. So I remember, you know, I wasn't the darling player by any imagination. We had Marcelinho, Wanki, Erasm, Indong, you know, Chuck Eitzen, Pete Michael, a bunch of studs. So Judson Wallace, C.J. Wallace was way, way down the list, but I was still getting interviewed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So someone still cared about what I had to say, which I always thought was that meant that it was a big deal if someone had to settle on me for an interview. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I mean, but still, it's just still like it's an amazing time, man. To and I'm sure looking back on it, I mean, you probably appreciate it even more. You know, just having those experiences, man. I mean, because I mean that's the top of the top. You know, getting to the Final Four at that level. You know what I mean? It's man, that's amazing, man. That's really cool. You
We
got to experience that.
my family came out. I remember my mom came. She probably was more interested in going and seeing some of the sights to see in Istanbul. I remember my agent took my mom and my brother around. My brother had no idea what was going on. He was out there with a bunch of crazy Turkish fans, roaming the streets. But they were great.
Right.
I was lucky. My fam came over once or twice a year and supported me. They were always great. But it was great. It was. I still remember. It's a big production. EuroLeague does a great job in these big cities, and they kind of take over the city for a couple of days, and people go nuts. I mean, we played. I think it was when the Ephesus Stadium was 1 or 2 years old. And
okay, so it's fairly
the Greek fans came in droves. Moscow had their fans, and our fans were great also. It was a great time.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine, man. And both of these teams they're gonna be fighting for it, man. We got a nice replay of Dante Hall's dunk from the second quarter. But I think Dante Hall, man, he's a problem that I don't think they really have an answer for as far as his athleticism around the rim, and I think he does a lot of things that he doesn't show up in the box score just because of his athleticism. You got to help so much.
He's a beast, and I'll give a shout out. He's a Bama guy, and I'll give a shout out to my little brother who was also a Bama guy, so he'll appreciate the Bama shout out. I went to Princeton, but I'm a Dogs fan, so. I'm not gonna talk about it's basketball, not football, so I won't talk about the Dogs versus Bama this year. But I would say this: I think Hall's game is more refined. So Fall, on the other end is the same size and is also a beast. But I think Hall's game, just going through the college experience, he's more refined. He kind of finishes a little better. He does more of those little things that maybe the rawness of Fall on the Olympiacos side still hasn't grown into. And he's been around. He's been in Europe, 3, 4, 5 years, but he's still young and he's still kind of getting to there. And that, I would say that's the difference.
Yeah, I think Hall, man, he rolls so fast to the basket too. I mean, and that. I mean, he can catch it at a height that no other player can. So. I mean, I think that's just the main threat, especially in pick and rolls. And with Mike James, being the leader in a total assist for EuroLeague this year, man. I mean, you got a good distributor there and scorer. So it's a tough problem. It's a tough problem when he's on the floor. And I would expect that Monaco will probably play a lot of minutes with Hall and Will Thomas out there in the second half, especially down the stretch. But, we got an interesting question here. It says, CJ, what's your worst EuroLeague game memory and the best one?
Oh, man, that's a pretty good one. I would say my worst one, I still think about we played Madrid in the Final Four my second year in Barcelona, and I was coming off an elbow surgery. Had done 2 PRPs. I had a torn ligament in my shooting arm in my elbow because I had hyperextended it and it had just kind of shot out. So I was supposed to be out 6 to 8 weeks, and we played the Final Four 12 days later. So I was getting therapy, 3-4 hours a day. 1 or 2 days before, I was starting to shoot. My shot, I thought my shot was okay. I was on some painkillers and stuff and it was, but I just didn't have. I'm making excuses for myself, but I didn't feel as comfortable shooting as I was. I was supposed to be, a power forward with no power. You got to be able to shoot. So that's what I was out there to do. And I still remember we were probably up, I want to say 5 or 6. Against Madrid in maybe the early third quarter. And I think it was Marcelinho did a great job kind of creating and threw me a jumping over the head pass that he's known for. And I was pretty wide open for a 3. from kind of the free throw line extended. And I, thought it felt really good. Ended up being short. Went to Madrid. I took a step forward. They threw it over the top, and I fouled him on the other end for an and one. So it was a 6-point swing, and Madrid took that momentum and ended up beating us in the game. So that was probably my worst. I still think about it. Still have a bad dream here and there. My best, I'm just gonna say every other moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's it's funny, man. Certain games just will always stay in your mind, man. Good and bad reasons. It'll always stay in your mind. But everybody back home, the second half is underway. We got 9 minutes and 30 seconds left. We're still at the score of 41-48, and Olympiacos currently has the ball. And we'll see who strikes first here in this second half. But we got a comment from Dan Hall. He says, "CJ, what's better, your hoops or your golf game?"
It's good. That's a good question.
We need a live update.
I would have to say I'm not very good at either now. I've never been very good at golf. But I'm pretty sure I would beat Dan. But yeah, it's easier now that I'm an old man. It's easier to get out on the golf course than get beat around by these guys. So over a course of a couple days, I would say my golf game is probably more. It's a more lasting experience. Basketball, you make me play 2 days in a row, and I might not make it to the second quarter of day two.
Oh no, I'm already knowing. I'm the same way, man. My legs are fried. It's over. It's over for me. But we gotta check in with Atara as he's been shooting the ball. He's been shooting the ball amazing this game. He's got 12 points, 4 for 5 from 3-point, and 3 rebounds. He's known for his defensive energy, but he's bringing it on the offensive end, which you like to see.
These Greek fans are getting fired up.
Oh yeah, they standing up. They ready. They waiting to explode. They've been waiting, man. They wait for a stop in a bucket, man. If you get a dunk, man, they might give you a couple extra points. That's a charge. Ooh, they called a block.
They gave him a block, but it's on the pass.
Yeah, it's on the pass.
That's the one that at home sometimes you get, but he leaned into it.
Yeah, he moved with him. Can't be mad at that call. That's a good call there with 8 minutes 30 seconds. So watching EuroLeague these days, what differences do you see from when you played in regards to style of play?
It's man, you don't see as much. I would say it's just because the guys we had when I was in EuroLeague, we had Samardo Samuels in Milan. We had Erasm Loerbeck when I was in Barcelona. You don't see as much posting up. Prentices,
right.
Olympiacos back in the day used to post him up every other possession. I think it's a little more guard heavy now. And the bread and butter, the teams that win EuroLeague titles, you have a great point guard and a good big who sets good screens. I mean, that's kind of the baseline, and that formula works no matter where it is, whether it's NBA, college, EuroLeague, whatever it is. But I will say, you just see less, and it applies kind of across the board. You just see less guys who you can feed in the post and say, "Hey, go score."
Right.
And less opportunities and less, guys that actually can do it. I mean, in this game, you got Prentices, you got Will Thomas. Those are two guys that are better than most.
Right.
But you see a lot of the, whether it's Ephes or Barca or Madrid, whatever it is, it's a lot of guard play and kind of, stretch fours. Just not a ton of throwing it in and seeing what happens.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, man. It's the game has definitely changed. I mean, I don't. I don't think Montejunis or Falls gotten a touch on the block that I can remember.
Yeah, I don't think that's a travel either. It's just that's what I coach a bunch of 11 and 12-year-olds, and sometimes we have aesthetic travels where if it looks terrible, they call travel. You know what I mean? Even if it isn't.
Right.
So that was the situation.
Looks a little out of body.
Looks a little strange, but that wasn't a travel.
Right, something had to be wrong.
I hope Donnie comes back and listens to this and knows that I was taking up for
him. No, I'm sure he is. I see some people looking to watch the game. You guys can head over to EuroLeague.tv. We got a promo code Watchalong10. Watchalong and the number 10. You get 10% off a monthly pass. Your first payment on a monthly or annual pass, but that excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain. Again, that promo code is Watchalong10. But
you guys go sign. Me and Anthony get €2 every time you sign up. So everybody.
You know what I mean. This is affiliate code. If anybody's wondering, go sign up. As Vizikov knocks down a tray ball, man. We were within 5. 48-3, man. They just need to stop. Every time they make a run, Monaco answers, or they give up some 3-ball or something. They just need to stop.
Ooh,
Eunice,
it's foul.
In and out. That looked like a foul. No foul on the rebound for Papa Nicolau. So they got another possession. Got to get a stop. Mike James hitting the pull up on the pick and roll. Man, it's tough. So Barzokas was you played against him back in your playing days. What do you remember from his teams specifically?
I mean, they were super tough. He's been with Olympiacos for the longest time.
Right.
All those teams. When I was playing Olympiacos, it was like a bunch of guys that nobody you thought was the best player you'd ever played against. But all just tough. You know what I mean? They came up with balls. They, they elbowed you under the basket when they could. It's like there's a bunch of guys that, had been getting yelled at practice over and over again, so wanted to take out a little bit of that anger on you.
Right.
But hey, that's a big shot right there.
Yeah, Thomas Walkup, man. He's been shooting over 40% in the playoffs, man, and I think for the regular season he was in the 30s, which is timely shooting on his part.
Donnie with another miss there. I told you, that might be keeping Fall inside. If Donnie makes those shots, it's going to be tough. If he misses them, you at the end of the game, if Montejunis is 1 for 7, you'll look back and say, hey, we were fine giving that up.
Big bucket by Thomas Walkup. There you go. The crowd's into it. We got a 2-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Timeout, Monaco. Thomas Walkup has joined the party, ladies and gentlemen. And as he hits a 3-ball and gets a nice layup, splitting the side pick and roll. And Olympiacos has turned their fortunes around. And
I'll give you my 2 cents real quick on. So Montejunis, my man Donnie just missed 2 threes in a row. Both of them were pretty good shots. The guy can shoot. He was wide open. I would be willing to guess that he will not be in the game when this timeout comes back. They'll probably put.
I was just about to say that.
They'll probably put Hall in. Donnie didn't do anything necessarily wrong. He got made a nice pass, got an offensive rebound a couple possessions before. Missed 2 threes. They come down. The momentum shifting a little bit. And especially on a team where you got, Barcelona. We had at Milan too. And both of these teams are the same way. You got 10 or 11 guys that can play. Every position, you got 2 guys making a bunch of money that have been stars at other teams.
At certain points, right?
Right. And so, and Donnie probably gets taken out. That dude's been a star. He's been in the NBA. He's a stud. That still kind of plays on your mind. Next time he's got an open 3, I don't think the confidence there. That's like a real question. So coming down the stretch, you're in game 5, you got taken out because you missed. I don't care how confident of a person you are. That's on your mind. And there you go. It looks like he's not in the game. And we got a little dunk and the crowd's going crazy.
Oh, there we go. T walk up. turning this game around, baby. Thomas Walkup turning this game around, and Olympiacos has tied it up. Yo, how loud do you think it is in there right now?
I really want to.
Think your ears are piercing if you're in there?
I want to just turn this volume up to 80. But because I'm the consummate professional, I'm going to keep it on mute. I promise.
That's right. I appreciate it. That's the Princeton way. That's the Princeton way, and I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
We got 4.5 left, man.
And one. Stanford of the East.
Stanford of the East. Yeah, man. So Tyler Dorsey's about to go to the free throw line to give Olympiacos a lead. And
did they call that? Did they call this continuation right here, or is that bonus?
I think so. On the step. Oh, he got him. He got him on the floor.
He caught him on the floor.
It's on the floor.
Already in the bonus.
Oh, yeah, they are in the bonus. Yeah, man, Thomas Walker got 15 in this game. Tyler Dorsey misses a big free throw. Man, looks like Emma Stone is in the building watching some basketball right now.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, Oscar-winning actress. She's in the building. It's a star-studded affair in Athens today.
I mean, I'll give walk-ups. I'm a hair dude. I like a good hair look. So I'll give walk-up some credit. He's got a great little flow going on. That's probably why he's playing well.
No doubt. Dwayne Bacon hits a 3-pointer. Oh, that's on the glass. That's got to be Tyler Dorsey gets by Mike James and gets the bucket. 58-58. This game's going back and forth. Back and forth, man. Man, this is exciting, man. We still got a whole nother quarter to play.
That's a tough shot,
going, man.
Tough shot. It's a little bit of a bailout. Little Kareem Abdul sky hook.
Yeah, you gotta live with that one, man. He gonna make 6 of those. God bless him.
But that's a foul. I mean, if you're a foul right there, you just gotta you can't run into it, dude. Yeah, that's youth.
And chances are Dante Hall is gonna dunk that back anyway. But
yeah,
and
that's one of the big things about that's why Mike James is great. Is every time he gets in the lane and shoots one of those and draws that big. I mean, that most of my points were from offensive rebounds. As a guy that's an offensive rebounder, if you see your big leave to go block a shot, you should start licking your chops because nobody's blocking you out. Usually it's a board right around the rim. That should be. If it's a missed shot, it should be yours and a putback.
Oh, for sure. It definitely should. As Mike James knocks down 2 free throws, 60-58. And we got 3.5 left, man. It's a super tight game here. I think this one's, as you said in the beginning of the show, man, this one's going down to the wire. It's both teams battling.
My 3 of them. Let's see it. Oh.
Just missed it. Just missed it, man. I don't know if I like Tyler Dorsey on that ISO. Like, that's not really what he does. You know what I mean? Walk up and bacon on the island. Got to get the board. There you go.
Pretty good day.
It's good defense. They just got to settle down and get a good shot, man.
Now you got to.
That's a big board, Hassan Martin. Ooh, did he dip that shoulder? Home cooking, baby. Gotta love the home cooking. This is why you play at home.
That's a foul in Monaco. I'll tell you that.
In Monaco, that's a foul. But hey, in Athens, there's no such thing, and we play on. So
yeah,
Paris Lee's been having a great game, man. Shout out to him. That's in these type of games, you need people to step up, especially on your bench. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's huge. You know, and that's what won the game for Monaco. The second game was the bench plays. Hassan Martin gets the and one, 62 all, minute 50 left.
They call it? I didn't even know if they called it or not. Now you got me looking for Emma Stone. Now you got me looking for Emma Stone. I wasn't sure if that was it or not. That was the Greek version. That was the Greek version of Emma.
We got a 62-62, man. Let's see if Hassan can make some free throws. Yo, so hey, when you played the EuroLeague, how many foreigners did you guys have? Did you guys have more than the allotted amount?
That's a good question. I did not count as an American. I had a passport from the Congo, which we can talk about at another time if you'd like to.
You look Congolese. You look very Congolese. Go ahead.
African American. That's right here. And then so we had we probably had 6 or 7 in Milan when I was in Italy. We probably had a little more. I mean, we had probably 6 to 8 kind of American guys. No, that's not true. Barcelona, we had a couple less. We had 3 American guys on Barcelona, and then we had Joe Ingles from Australia, Nate Jawai from Australia, Ante Tomic. We had a bunch of kind of Serbian, Slovenian guys. But yeah, it was a mix. My Barcelona team for the Spanish League games, that's foul. Spanish League games, we had to sit somebody out, so we had 1 extra for EuroLeague games.
Okay.
And then in Italy, I don't think we had a problem, but the rules were different. Every country has different rules on how many Americans you can have and how many kind of passport players you can have.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. What was Joe Ingles like back then? I got to catch him right before he went over to the United States, and when he was in Maccabi. But obviously Joe's got a great personality, man. I can only imagine as a teammate.
He's the same dude. He's the same dude now as he was. He's very dry. He's a great dude. He's one of my best friends. So Brad, who asked the question earlier, me, Brad, Marcelinho, and Joe were like kind of best buds for the for the years we were there. We were both single. We were all single at the time. Probably 8. Let's say there's 14 lunches and dinners in a week. We probably had 10 of them together. We spent a whole lot of time together there. But Joe probably thinks he's funnier than he is. He is pretty funny. But he's a great dude, man. I love his wife. Renee's great. He's got a great family, does a ton. He's a dude that, he remembers where he came from and takes care of people. And he's always been an awesome dude. When every time he comes to Atlanta, we go out to dinner and catch up. And I try to, I had tried to go out to Utah and visit him. I think Utah did him dirty. Hurting yourself and then trading somebody. That's probably why they got sent home in the first round. I used to be a big Jazz fan. Now that they're out. But Joe's my man. He's great. Obviously a great player, and he's only gotten better since he left Barcelona.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a big fan of his game. But everybody back home, Kostas Lukas is at the free throw line, 64-67, 6.3 seconds left, 65-67 now. We got a replay of that walk up, steal and dunk that we'll go to before the action starts back up here on this watch along. Thomas is using his instincts for the robbery and a bang out. Let's see. We got 6 seconds left, man.
I had some of my old jerseys. I gave I was looking for Ingles up there. I got a Huertas. This is worth.
Okay.
This is worth.
Oh, you
at
did
least.
You invented the jersey swap.
I just these were at the end of the season. I just took these out of these guys' lockers and just told them that I was going to keep them.
It wasn't a swap. It was a robbery.
It was just a robbery. You know what I mean? I was supposed to be a defensive, like, steal, guy. So this was just another steal. This is worth well over $10 in Brazil. So it's priceless. You know what I mean? I got two more.
Oh, Mike James hit a big three. Did that count?
Was that at the buzzer?
Oh, yeah. Mike James hit a big three at the buzzer, 70-66. Man,
his foot was on the line. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think his foot was on the line, so they're gonna make it a 2.
Okay, maybe
if they're allowed, are they allowed to change that?
I don't know. Real quick, let me get everybody hip to the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. It may be the last game of the playoffs, but Fantasy Leagues continues on to the Final Four. If you want to create your own fantasy team, visit fantasychallenge.euroleague.net. Our fantasy expert, Ellie, is predicting a big semifinal performance from Shane Larkin, Vincent Poirier, and Nikola Mirotic. If you guys want to play and participate, head over to fantasychallenge.euroleague.net. CJ, if you were doing a fantasy challenge, who would be your first pick?
I was gonna say, is Ellie really going out on a limb? Is that like is she taking a chance there with picking Poirier, Mirotic, and Larkin? Come on now, give me a sleeper at least, Ellie. Come on now. Shit, I'm with Ellie. I'll take Ellie's 3. And then, I'll take, Mike James or Papa Nicolau. There you go. We'll round it out.
There it is there. The man has spoken, man. What else you got in your background, man? I see you got the first EuroLeague basketball ever.
Yeah.
What else
This is,
got an ancient artifact here.
These were the ones that I really liked. They changed it up. These you could feel, at shooters, you like the feel of the ball. This was like a nice little leather. Then, like in the middle of one season, they changed it up. And my shoot. That's what I'm blaming my shooting percentage for going down. One of those years was the ball change up.
Yeah. It can definitely affect the shooter, man.
I'm kind of a modern contemporary art guy. We got a little piece that one of my friends did for me.
Okay.
I got my boy DH.
D Hackett.
This is also a vintage Milano jersey here. I think D Hack's in Bologna now, back in Italy. Hopefully not eating too much mozzarella and prosciutto and stuff. Back in the day, he did. I think he got his mozzarella addiction under control. And then I got the legend
big
too.
guard, man.
This guy.
Oh no, that's a legendary uniform right there.
Yeah. This one, this guy's one of the best dudes of all time, and also probably one of the best EuroLeague players of all time. So, you want to talk about a good guy on and off the court? This guy does it better than most.
Nah, that's a fact, man. He's
and then this was
definitely Navarro's one of my favorites.
I got to stop talking about what I got going on in the background because now we got a tie game with a 4-point play here.
Yeah, Vezenkov with the and one tray ball to tie the game up, and we're about to be knotted up at 72 if he knocks this down. As he does, we got a tie game.
Now this crowd's going crazy.
Crowd's going crazy, man. We got 8 minutes and 50 seconds to live. The crowd's going crazy. Stay solid on defense. That's all you got to do. You can't get – ooh, Mike might have had an open 3 there. Surprised he passed that up. Probably just on field. Foul.
He was on the floor. Did he call on the floor or 3 shots here?
I don't know. It looked like he tried to take it on the floor, but – Mike walking to that free throw line. Sasha doesn't look happy.
I think he called 3 of them, yeah.
tough.
I think it's shooting.
Yeah, he got 3 fouls. See, these are the type of plays, man. You can't make these mistakes, man. You cannot make these mistakes this late in the game.
I'm gonna tell you that my Vazinkov gives me it's another one of my buddies who I played who's done really well since I played with him was Nicolo Melli. Who's a great dude also. Vazinkov gives me, and Melli's not gonna like this. Vazinkov gives me a little bit of Melli vibes. I think Melli's neither of them are very good looking. Melli's maybe a touch better looking. But every time I see Vazinkov, I kind of get Melli vibes. So I hope he hears about this and reaches out to me because I think he's ignoring my last 2 texts now that he, thinks he's big time. But
yeah, I mean they're both great forward men, and they do a lot of similar things. They great players for sure, man. It's here we go. We got a 3-point game. Ephes.
I think Melli won a chip in Ephes.
Yeah. No, I think it's the Final Four is going to be a heck of a show, man. Definitely looking forward to it. Foul on the pass there. Okay.
This is the great thing about
it. Says, go ahead.
I was gonna say the great thing about these Greek plays like Panathinaikos, Olympiacos is every time you play, there was always like a little, almost like a fog, like a smoke fog. That rested like right above the gym. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. Like maybe at the top of the screen right there. But I know we would talk about it in the locker room. We weren't sure if it was from, fireworks or dynamite or just everybody smoking heaters and cigs. But for some reason there was a smoky fog above the gym. That was a big 3.
Oh man, that was a big 3. Man, that is we got ourselves a game here. Tied it up at 75. Man, let's see what's going on here. Let's see if Thomas can turn these guys up. Thomas and Kostas can lead these guys to victory. There you go. Get the rebound. Slow it down. Slow it down. Nah, they read the scouting report now. They're trying to cut those lanes off for Shaq. That's a good shot. It's all right. You missed it. That was a good pull. And I wish right now, if I had a superpower, my one wish would be to just, teleport to the gym right now, man, just to be in there.
There you go.
I know it's crazy.
Get you a jersey. Get you a jersey, man. Make a big 3 in the corner.
Yeah, I know, right? Give me a jersey. If they let me in that locker room, I'm coming home with 3 jerseys too. Man. They let me in that locker room, man. I learned from my man C.J. I ain't coming home empty-handed. This
was all, these are kind of, it's a sad, it's end of season, where they stick them all in your locker. That was the bigger team, the bigger the team you play for, the more jerseys they have for you. So, you can afford to take a couple of the studs.
It ain't hurting nobody. they ain't gonna miss that one. They'll be all right.
But did they ask for a Wallace jersey back? No, they didn't. But that doesn't matter. I still got my Navarro and my Huertas.
Right. Yo, man, did Navarro practice those 1-foot jumpers in practice? Like if he was just shooting around?
To be honest, I'm not sure Navarro practiced. But if when I was there, no, I'm just kidding. Wonky got shots up all the time, and I think every shot that you saw him shoot in the game, whether it was the bomba, whether it was the one-footed like fadeaway 3, whatever it was,
right?
He was shooting in practice too. It was just as frustrating for us to play against him in the game as it was for teams to try to play against him, for us in practice is for them in the game.
Right. Yeah. No, that's Yeah, he used to definitely, man, he was one of my favorite players for sure. My favorite European guards. But yeah, back to this game. We got Dwayne Bacon at the free throw line, 75-76. And we got a tight one here. Monaco got a few guys in foul trouble. Paris Lee has 4. Dante Hall has 4. Mike James has 4. You know, as we got 6 minutes here, you can imagine Olympiacos is gonna put the pressure on the refs to make some calls here.
I think this is where the home court comes into play.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's Atara's third foul. So Mike James comes in with his he's sitting on 4 fouls. So it's man, this might be the tail of the tape at the end of the day. We're gonna see.
This is where I told you this is where they need this. This is my last prop was you know, all the guys with 4 fouls are hoping for this one. That was at Barcelona we used to have secret Santa give gifts at Christmas.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be like a tough, like gritty defender, but unfortunately, when you're a tough, gritty defender, the refs call fouls all the time. So everybody said that I needed 8 fouls to play. So they gave me this.
That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. But
I didn't master the art of the flop until later in my career.
Hey man, it takes a little while, man. It takes a little while to make it believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's an art.
You know, no great actor is born in a day, man. It takes a while,
Absolutely.
Man. You gotta develop that skill.
I would have taken theater classes at Princeton if I knew how important it was.
Nah, he still made some Final Fours, so you're good, man. And Shaq McKissick puts Olympiacos up. Here we go. We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 78-77, 5.5 left.
Where's Emma?
Man,
Emma's going crazy right now.
Yeah, where's Greek Emma? And Mike James, right on cue, gets a bucket and answers for Monaco to put them back in the lead.
That's why they pay
21 points. Exactly. That's exactly why. To come up big in moments like this, Shaq, don't shoot that. Let's see. He's gonna try and get downhill. Oh, Hassan Martin. Yo, Hassan's done had some big buckets in this game, man.
I'm not sure.
It's crazy. It's crazy how
was that Will Thomas? It was. He didn't take the thespian classes I took because it looked like he got run over by a bus.
Nah, for sure. Mata Yunus hits a floater hits the righty floater, from about 10 feet. Let's see if Kostas answers on the other end. We're going back and forth, man. I love this game. I love this game. 82-81. That was a tough finish. Tough finish. Man, this is winning time. Mike's definitely keeping the ball in his hands. He got 9 assists. Which way is that going? Olympiacos.
Just a great dig by the lookalike Melly. Get in there.
There he goes. Yeah. No, it is so hard to ref. You know what I mean? Sometimes I look at these calls and just to see that with the naked eye, man, you got to have a trained eye, and be focused.
Dude, let me tell you something. Listen to all this crap. I ref for some 8-year-olds during camps and stuff, trying to help out and just, messing around. And I've got a 40-year-old mom yelling at me, telling me that I'm a shitty ref and a terrible person, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And it affects me. I make a call to try to please her the next time around. You know what I mean? These guys.
Right.
I was always tough on them as a player, and I think if you asked them and I said, hey, what do you think about C.J. Wallace? They'd be like, I hate that guy. He's a huge tool. But after the fact, I have a ton of respect for these guys. Like it's a very, very hard job.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And we apologize for the foul language, but definitely the
that was my bad.
You're good. You're good, man. You know, you were acting. You know, you were acting. You got into mom mode. Yeah. So it's all good. But man, this is a great shot of these fans, man. Showing love and getting ready for this home stretch here, this game. 4 minutes left, man. Up 1. I think Kostas is going to have the ball in his hands a lot for these next 4 minutes.
For sure. That's a dunk.
That's a dunk. Kostas is going to have his hands. Yo, man, this is going to come down to the wire, man. Mike got to keep his foot on the gas. He's getting wherever he wants. He's picking on poor Kostas.
Are they in the bonus now?
They got to be close to it if they're not there yet. I don't think he would have took that foul there in the bonus. They got to be one away.
I don't think you can have Slukas on James. Was that a
not at all
a switch?
Yeah, it was a switch. It was definitely a switch, but you definitely want to avoid that at all costs if you can.
Right.
Definitely
that's not.
That, but
yeah, I guess this was.
They just picking on him now. Dwayne Bacon, tough shot. That is a tough shot. He's so nice in the mid range, man. That was a tough shot, man. We got an 84-83, 1 point lead. 3 minutes left. Come on, Kostas. Find something, baby. Let's find something. Oh, he's going to the line, fouling Will Thomas. You got to keep your hands out of there.
Shots.
Got to keep your hands out of there.
Yeah, they got him.
Man,
he tried to pull it back. He tried to give the T-Rex on.
I didn't do anything. You know, it's funny, man. Like, you know, as a player, like, you know, I'm sure I used to argue with the refs probably a little too much to my liking, but, you know, watching games now, it's funny because players never foul. Every time they foul, like, it's always like, it's like they never foul. And I'm sure I was the same way, but it's always hilarious watching the reactions.
Yeah, I was the same way. I don't think I ever fouled anybody.
Right. It could be the most obvious fouls. It was not a foul. Still room for argument. But 85-83. All right, so who do you feel like has the pressure on them right now? Is it more so on Monaco's side or Olympiacos' side with the score as it is now?
I think it's Monaco. I think Olympiacos, you know, they're happy to be – they've been down the whole game. They're up 3 now. They got a little bit of momentum. You know, I've had a couple easy ones, a dunk, some free throws. They're kind of feeling it.
Right.
Those are situations where you kind of got your almost like your big shot saved up. You know, they know it's coming. That they can keep getting easy ones.
Right.
Oh, that's a dumb foul.
Sasha, yeah. Come on. That's an unnecessary foul, man. Silly plays like this, man. You had him right there on the corner, too.
It's also, I mean, that's tough, too.
Yeah, that's tough. It is tough. It's definitely tough. It's all good. Play on. 86-83, 2:40 left. You know, Bacon's
this is where, you know, every stop here is pretty big.
Yeah, for sure. You need every stop, every rebound. Oh, we found Mike James.
You got to make that. That's the one they pay you for right there.
Yeah. This is a big possession for Olympiacos. They win if they can make this one. They're gonna be sitting all right.
They got a little breathing room. Oh, is that a good screen?
Kostas is cool right now. Kostas is swaggy. That's a big bucket. You knew he was gonna do it. I could tell when he got the ball, the way he kind of relaxed his shoulders. I was like, all right, he's He's about to
That's
do
the
something
pull up three with a man. Pull up three with a man on your hip is the one. That's
big answer by Mike James. My goodness. Trey Ball,
the pull up three.
89,
Both of those shots are shots that you got to be have been doing it for a long time to even take.
For sure.
Much less make.
For sure.
One is a step back with a man in your face, and one is a quick pull up. Both threes with a dude on your hip pocket. Both great shots.
Those were tough. Those were tough. There we go. Home cooking, baby. That's a tough shot, Mike.
I mean, he might have gotten a piece of that on the way up, too.
Yeah, low key. It looked like it, right? Man.
I'll tell you this. I'm not supposed. I don't think I'm supposed to leave camera, but I really need to go to I need someone to call a timeout so I can run to the bathroom.
No, we got a Mike James graphic to show you guys real quick about how much he's been scoring. 24 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 27 PIR. He's definitely earned his check tonight.
For sure.
Kostas is trying to put this game away. 91-86. We got a minute and 40 left.
All right, hey, you guys got to give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch the end of this game here, you can head over to EuroLeague.tv. That's EuroLeague.tv. We got a promo code Watchalong10. That is Watchalong and the number 10. And in case you missed yesterday's Game 5 of Barcelona and Bayern Munich, Barcelona won 81-72. Barcelona was led by Nicolas Laprovitolas, 26 points. He was phenomenal that game, shooting 5 of 7 from 3. And Nikola Mirotic also added 20 points and 5 boards, as he always does. But yeah, great season for Bayern. I didn't expect them to go 5 games, but they did go 5 games. So great season to them, and good luck to Barcelona in the Final Four, as I have them winning. So I need them to not prove me wrong or any of my predictions. I had Olympiacos going to the Final Four in like week 4. So I'm going to need some love from the whole EuroLeague community. I need to be on like the board of Fantasy Challenge or something. Because I called
you and Ellie.
early. Yeah, me and Ellie. Me and Ellie, man. Look at the fans, man. They got the flags out. It's going down, baby. It's going down. In
one stop right here. You can breathe a little bit if you get a stop here. Don't jump into him now.
Yeah, falls.
Ooh. Someone help him.
This is not the switch you want.
Help him.
It's not the switch you want.
Almost got to run.
That's a good find, though. That's a good find,
a great
man.
pass. I mean,
Mike with the poise. I know Mike with the poise to make the pass.
Right.
That's huge.
And
that is a tough. Oof. Yo, Tyler, good shot. I thought it was a little early, but good shot, Tyler. 94.
That's a tough pass to a 7-footer who didn't beat the pass, almost steal. And then an early in the shot clock contested 3. That's how it works out. That was a coach. No. Yes.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Because I was sitting there like, no, don't shoot that one. But Monaco's trying to get shot clock. It's going down it's going down in Greece.
Now it's rocking.
It is rocking in Greece right now, man. This is
I want you to see watch all the security guards kind of fan out a little bit here. All the guys in the yellow jersey.
All right, they getting ready, man. They're getting ready, man. Got to keep
crowd
control. There's Emma. There's Emma.
It's going to be a big night in Athens tonight.
It sure is, man. It sure is. We got 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left in this game. 6-point lead for Olympiacos. Tyler Dorsey with the ball. 4 seconds. Get something off.
Ooh.
Okay, Monaco.
Right.
Monaco's coming back
give
on
me
the
three
other
here.
end.
You're still in this thing. Quick one. And one.
They took. Oh, you missed the two.
Olympiacos
is out. Looks like this game's over. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody's fouling either. What?
No,
I mean,
nah, they
down
conceded.
Down six.
I know. You can still play.
What is my guy in the red T-shirt doing out there?
Look at the fan. The fans storming the court already.
Why did all the dudes in the yellow?
For that?
Why?
They gonna get a check for that, aren't they?
Why did the security guards get out there if they were just going to let everybody run on the court?
Barzokas heard something loud.
There we go. We got just some fireworks up there on the left.
Floor. Yeah, let's clear the floor and finish the game. 94-88. We are almost done here as the 5.9 seconds left in this 5.9 seconds or 7 seconds. They were adjusting the clock. 7 seconds left. Olympiacos looks like they're headed to the Final Four. 94-88. Man, I'm sure this is bringing back memories from when you guys punched your ticket, huh?
Yeah, it's an awesome experience, man. I'll tell you that the game five. I remember the game five. The one that I hurt my elbow real bad. I had ice on it, and probably should have stayed at home, but I ended up going to kind of a boozy dinner to celebrate a little bit. But I was, I probably didn't celebrate as much as maybe I usually would have.
Right.
But these guys will have a good time tonight. I want to know maybe if they'll give him do they give him a technical here?
Yeah,
do we fire all the guys in the yellow jerseys? Do we fire the crowd control people or give them a raise or something?
I mean, I think it's I don't know, man, but we got a score of 94-88. This game is almost over here. Man, so who's the MVP of this game to you? Is it Kostas? Is it Kostas for you?
No, it's Kostas or your boy Shaq. Shaq kind of kept him in the first half. Kostas made. I don't
without Shaq's second quarter, man. Yeah, I'm gonna check the stats right here, but Shaq's second quarter saved them. It kept them in this game.
And I think Kostas late was huge. He made 2 huge threes, a couple free throws. I don't know how many free throws he ended up putting down.
Yeah, Kostas got 15 points, 7 to 8 from the free throw line. Let's see here. He also has 5 assists. Kostas, Shaq had 18 points. Shaq had 18 points on 7 shots.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those two guys.
They definitely played well. But Thomas Walkup as well, 17 points. He
made some
he
big
came up
threes
big
too.
for them.
Yeah,
second quarter, Tyler Dorsey. Everybody they needed to step up stepped up today. They all definitely stepped up, and it was that was huge, man. But it's been this game is winding down. It is officially over. Olympiacos is headed to the Final Four now, as we'll see them face off against Anadolu Efes, and then we'll have Barcelona facing Real Madrid. CJ, man, I appreciate you pulling up to the watch-along, man. This has been
absolutely,
great,
man. I enjoyed it. This was incredible. It was great to kind of shoot the bull with you about this game and about a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know whether it was like fond memories or PTSD, but I had a little bit of both. Talking about some of the old games. So happy for these guys. Olympiacos, heck of a season. And Monaco too. Monaco had a heck of a season. I think this Final Four is going to be a ton of fun in a great city. Belgrade, that place is going to be rocking. And I think the EuroLeague did a great job, and I think here these next couple of weeks are going to be a lot of fun.
Nah, they for sure are, man. And we hope We're going to have to bring you back next season, man. We're going to have to bring you back next season for some more fun on the watch-along, baby.
Yeah, if you, if I didn't get in trouble for, my foul language every now and then and having to go to the bathroom there at the end, I'd love to do it again. So you guys just let me know.
I'll just have to have a talk with our EuroLeague expert, Ellie, and, we'll get back to you. But yeah, I appreciate you pulling up. All the fans back home, thank you for watching. Go ahead.
I said I'm gonna be a EuroLeague fantasy trying to take Ellie down next year. She's going down.
It's going down, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to EuroLeague's YouTube channel. Please follow all the EuroLeague social channels as well. That is it for this week. Hope you all stay safe, and I will see you guys at the Final Four. We're out.